everyone, and welcome to the XD Daily Creative Challenge. As always, I'm so excited to be here live in the Adobe Studios, and it's a beautiful morning here in San Francisco. So let's take a look to see who's joining us in the chat today. Hi, Anne. Jeff, nice to see you. Raphael. Nicholas. Hi, good morning. Bill. So nice, Daryl. Everyone's here. Awesome. So today is day number 8 in the Daily Creative Challenge. We're almost done. It's crazy, time flies. But before we get into day number 8, if this is your first time tuning in, I just want to go over what the XD Daily Creative Challenge is all about and the different ways that you can participate. So the XD Daily Creative Challenge is a really great way for you to practice UI design and prototyping in Adobe XD. So whether you're a beginner, maybe you just want some additional practice, or maybe you're a graphic designer and you're transitioning to UI design, whatever the case, this is a really great way for you to practice UI design and prototyping, and you'll also have some really nice pieces to add to your portfolio. So in addition to tuning into the show every day this week, Monday to Friday, and from 8:30 to 9 a.m. Pacific time, we also have a Slack channel that you can join. So if you just go to the URL floating above my head, I'm just gonna jump to my screen and just give you a quick tour of our Slack channel. So of course, first thing you're gonna wanna do is introduce yourself. So tell us your name and where you're from. There's over 1,800 of us participating in the challenge, so definitely introduce yourself. In the announcements channel, every morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time, we post the challenge and also a downloadable XD file that you can download and just so you can follow along with me. In the design feedback channel, if you'd like some more feedback on your designs, everyone is super friendly, so don't hesitate to post your designs here. You'll get some valuable feedback. And finally, the help journal channel. If you have a more technical question, maybe relating to Adobe XD, maybe a feature you want to know how to use, post it here and you will get your answer to that. So that's just a quick overview of our Slack channel. I also encourage you to upload your work to Behance. So if you go to Behance, and as you can see, we're using the keyword XD Daily Challenge. So just before you publish your project to Behance, be sure to hit the Discoverability tab and use the keyword XD Daily Challenge. That way, people in the challenge, we can see your work. And also, I like to feature your work live on the show. And I do that by looking for the keyword or looking for the submissions that use the keyword XD Daily Challenge. So that's just an overview of Behance. And finally, one more point to add, Adobe XD is free. So if you don't have it yet, be sure to download it, whether you have a Mac or PC, it works on both. So again, that's just an overview of what the XD Daily Creative Challenge is all about. So let's get started on day number 8. So I'm just going to head on over to my XD file, and this is today's challenge. So today, we'll redesign the search experience of the Behance mobile app. We'll prototype an autocomplete feature and optimize how to display the search results. So as you can see, we have our template here. On the left-hand side, as always, we have some screenshots of the inspiration for this challenge. So we have the Behance app screenshots here. So definitely take a look at that and you can get an idea of how you can design your version of the app. Below, we have some suggested color schemes. So I guess feel free to be creative. And we also have some additional resources right here below. So just really quickly, I'm just going to show you how you can modify the different elements in the template, just so it's so you can recreate the search experience. So in this first artboard, I'm just going to double click. It's in a repeat grid, and let's say you want to add a photo. So all you need to do is click on the shape here, and then just press Command D, and then you can drag that over. And I'm just going to open my Creative Cloud library. So I'm going to press Command Shift L to open it. And let's choose this funny photo of a unicorn. Just place it here. And there you go. There you go. So you can just easily add a photo in this artboard. And for the next 2 artboards, this is where you can create a search experience that would filter through projects. And as you can see, there's different, it's like a tile layout. So you can just drag and drop photos into here like so. And then on the third artboard, this is where you can create a search experience for filtering different people using the key term illustration for an example. And then finally, we have a search experience where it's just, I guess, auto-completing the word itself. And then, of course, we have just a keyboard that you can modify. Okay, so that's just a quick tour of the template, but I'm gonna show you the version that I came up with. So this is the first search experience. And really quickly, I wanna give you a tour of the Behance app just so you can see what the current search experience is like. So, just going to go on my phone right now. Okay. So when you hit the search icon here in the Behance app, as you can see, it pulls up the search screen. And let's say I want to search for illustrations. So let me enter that key term. And right away, right off the bat, we can see there's no autocomplete feature. And in order for us to search for illustrations, we do have to hit this search button once more. And this is our search result, so it's not necessarily the most accurate. I mean, it's showing me design trends, mobile UI UX design, instead of, I guess, illustrations. That's kind of what I want to see. So there's room for improvement. So I'm just gonna head on back to my computer screen. So I came up with 2 search experiences, so I'm just gonna show you the first experience. So right off the bat, I redesign the, I guess, discover screen before we hit the search icon. So I'm gonna head on over to prototype mode, and I'm going to select the search icon and wire it to the search screen. So right when we click the search icon, it's gonna bring us to this screen. So let's set transition to slide up and duration 2.2 seconds. All right, so now that we have our search screen, it slides up, we're gonna hit the search field or the search input area. So I'm going to select the search field here, and I'm gonna wire it to our keyboard. So this is gonna be an overlay, so let me just select overlay. Transition is slide up, and duration is 0.2 seconds. So I want to search the term illustration. So I'm going to select the I key on our keyboard, and I'm going to wire it to our autocomplete screen. And I'm sure most of us, we use Google to, search for things, and that's probably the most famous instance of autocomplete. So for this first experience, we are going to be using autocomplete. So as we're typing the term illustration, it's automatically pulling up illustrations, and we did select projects. As you can see, this is highlighted. So it's showing us a visual representation of the keyword illustrations. So this is just going to be a dissolve. And we'll set duration to 0.2 seconds. So once we finish typing out the full word illustration, I want it to just show us, without the keyword, all of the results that are related to the key term illustration or the search term. So I'm just going to wire this entire artboard to this screen where we have the full search term written out. And I want the transition to be dissolve and duration to 0.2 seconds. And let's say we want to search for people related to this term. So I'm going to select this people icon here, and I'm going to wire it to our screen that shows people. So again, I just want that to be a simple dissolve and the duration 2.2 seconds. And then if I want to go back to projects, I'm just going to wire that to our project screen, set transition to dissolve and duration 2.2 seconds. All right, so it sounds like using autocomplete is a great solution, or I think it's an improvement to the app. But here is a scenario. So let's say, I designed my app and I brought it to the developers, a part of my organization, and they let me know that, or they informed me that using autocomplete, it's gonna slow down the search experience. And we don't want that. We want the experience to be easy and smooth and fast. So because the developers told us that it's gonna slow down our experience, we need to think of a different way that we can display search results while also improving the current search results experience. So just to reiterate, the experience number one, as we're typing the word illustration, it's already populating illustrations visually, and that's just slowing down the experience. So for the second experience, I'm just gonna walk you through again. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to select the search icon, and then it's gonna bring me to my search screen. And for the transition, I want that to be a slide up and duration 2.2 seconds. And of course, once I hit my search field, I want the keyboard to show up. So I'm just going to wire that to our keyboard. Gonna change this to overlay. And I want the transition to be slide up and duration 2.2 seconds. And as you can see, we've added an icon at the bottom where before we had return, now we already have a search button. So as we're typing in, I guess, or when we're done typing in our search term, we can easily press the search icon. So when I hit I on my keyboard, I want some of my search results to show up. And before it was loading images, but right now it's probably a little more accurate because on the first search experience, we only typed in a few words and it's already assuming that we want to see this. Versus on this screen, it's giving us various results and it's not, wasting loading time because it's just text that's being displayed and not images, which tend to slow down the loading experience. So I'm just going to set transition to dissolve. And again, duration 2.2 seconds. So again, this is using Google's, or I guess the closest example to what's happening right now is Google's autocomplete feature. So these are the different, I guess, suggestions or what it thinks we might be looking for. And then let's say we finish typing out our full word, which is illustration. I'm just gonna select this entire artboard and wire it to this screen. And then it shows our, what we really want to see, which is illustrations. So I'm just going to set, again, transition to dissolve, easing to ease out, and duration 2.2 seconds. And I'm also going to wire this people icon to, this people screen. So again, I want the transition to be a simple dissolve and duration 2.2 seconds. And then let's say we want to go back to our projects view. I'm going to wire that to this first artboard. And I'm going to set transition to dissolve, duration 2.2 seconds. And there we go. So I'm just going to quickly quickly demonstrate what the first experience looks like and the second experience. So I'm just going to select the artboard, gonna press desktop preview, and let's see what this all looks like. So I'm gonna hit the search icon. And let's see what happens when I click this search field. Our keyboard pops up, typing a few words in the word illustration. There we go. So automatically it's showing us this, but maybe we weren't looking for illustrations. Maybe we were looking for one of the terms that was in the second search experience. But let's see what happens when we finish typing the full word. And then it shows us our images. And if I want to see people related to this search term, there we go. So it looks good, but again, our developers said this is gonna slow down the search experience. So let's see experience number 2. So this is experience number 2, and I'm going to hit the search icon. And I'm gonna select the search field here. And it brings up our keyboard, which is good. That's what we want. Gonna hit I, and I typed out a few words in illustration, and it's showing me text results of the word that I'm looking for. And it's not assuming that I'm, right off the bat want to see the visual representation of our illustrations. It's showing me different suggestions. So let's say, yes, I want illustrations. And then there we go. We have our illustration screen. And again, let's say I want to see people. Shows us some people, and back to projects. There we go. Okay, so I think experience number 2 is a good solution given, I guess, the obstacle the developers told us. And I guess this is a good way or a good exercise because it shows us that, sometimes you design something and it might conflict with different stakeholders in your organization. So this is just a great way for you to, problem solve in regards to UI UX design and just to find alternative solutions for your problems in UI design. So I'm just going to quickly show you how you can, showcase your work on your Behance profile. So since experience number 2 is what we want, that's, the solution, I'm just going to select the artboard title. Let me go back to design mode. So I'm gonna select the artboard title, and I'm going to select the publish icon, and I'm gonna publish it as a prototype. Gonna create a public link. Okay, I have to select this as the home. So just going to select the artboard, and I'm going to select this home icon. That way this is our home artboard. So let's try that one more time. Publish prototype, create public link. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to select this code snippet icon, and it's going to copy a snippet of code. Gonna head back to my Behance project. And I'm going to select this embed media icon. Gonna paste that code snippet, select embed, and our prototype will be displayed on our Behance project. There we go. Everything works. All right, so I'm just going to hit save. And again, I guess I can quickly show you. So if you select settings and you hit the discoverability tab, as you can see where it says keywords, I use the keyword XD Daily Challenge. And again, that's a great way for everyone who's participating in the challenge to see your work. And I also like to feature your work on the show. So it looks like we have a bit of time. So I want to see your day number 7 work. So let me see. Okay, so this is by Jack. And he designed, and for day number 7, it was to design a movie rental site. So this looks really good. I love the colors. Right off the bat, you could see different colors from the different movie covers. Really nice. The user information here. This is good. I guess the only comment I have is maybe having a section with the different movie genres. That would be a great addition to this UI, but overall this is really great. Great work. Okay, let's see another one. So this is by Bill. And he featured the movie Central Intelligence, and I watched that on the weekend. It's a very funny movie. Okay. So again, this is really nice, but I think for the movie genre area, adding, you know, color to it, I think that would be a really great addition to this UI. And that way it's, you can easily distinguish between the different categories. So action could be blue, romance can be pink to represent love. So I think that's my only comment. But this is really good. Keep up. Let me appreciate that. And we have another Day 7 movie, Rent-A-Movie UI, and this is by Rochelle. Wow, this is really good. This looks like a legitimate movie rental app. Like, I can definitely see this, and I can definitely see myself using this. Wow, this is really good. So this is a prototype. Let's see what happens when we select binge. Oh, and a nice, very nice featured image. Buy, rent. I think my only comment is maybe distinguishing between buy and rent just a little more. So maybe adding a fill color instead of just using outlines. But this is very good. And I love the logo. Nice. Really great. Okay, so thank you guys so much for tuning in to day number 7 in the XC Daily Creative Challenge. Really quickly, I just want to show you today's schedule because we have a full day of really great shows. Okay, so we have a full day of hand lettering artists, 9 a.m. Be sure to tune in. Anna Gomez, she'll show you some more hand lettering, as well as Ryan at 10:30, Mark at 12, and Cindy at 1:30 p.m. So definitely tune in for some hand lettering after the show. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you at the last show tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be over on the Slack channel. Bye.